Welcome everybody to SciFi Sunday. With me is TWTG Content. Krish, how you doing?
Not too bad. Sorry, I was running a little bit late there, but it's great to be here.
Yeah. Oh, no problem. You got here plenty of time to spare.
Awesome.
Today we'll be watching episode 8 of Farscape season 1, That Old Black Magic. If you want to watch along, the pinned comment will take you to the screening room. Let's get this started. Let me know if anyone's having problems with the screening room.
I think I remember this one. Yeah. Culture shock.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is more of a Zan-centric episode.
Yeah. Well, there's also the whole Crichton getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
But it
And
is
hello,
real.
Professor Brainy Specs.
Hey. Very specs. Now, I played a couple of games of D&D, like tabletop, and this reminds me of like a D&D encounter so much.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I haven't played D&D and damn
Like
it.
it's just like you get like this sort of thing where you're walking along and you think everything's fine, and in the end there's an interaction. And in the back of your mind, you're knowing this interaction is like, yeah, it's going to lead to something like some big bad guy you've got to fight later on.
Yeah. I think pervy salesman is a constant across the universe.
Yeah, yeah. There's freaky guys that sell weird herbal concoctions that are supposed to do all sorts of different things. They're universal.
You're a little muffled, Krish.
I'm not sure what's going on, why I'm so muffled. I'm going to have to do this for my audio settings.
I think it was the first time we see Grace since the premiere.
Yeah, he's pretty much been out there on the run up until this point. Am I sounding a bit better now?
Yeah, you sound a good deal better now.
Awesome. If I was on that bridge, I'd be sitting there going like, "Oh, okay, so you're getting some young ensign, are you?"
Oh yeah, that's what a good captain does. Position he's in, he gets first dibs on all new pieces of tail.
So he's gonna Weinstein, is he?
Oh, that's only natural in an organization like that.
Being the authoritarian organization, I would agree with you, but them being genetic purists and reproduced by cloning, not sure if they still
They don't use cloning. It assign breeding and mistakes.
Yeah, that's right.
Surprised he didn't kill her right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, straight out the airlock. Yeah, anybody who refers to you as friend before your name, don't trust them.
Oh, definitely not. Anyone who basically talked to him would want to harm him.
Pretty much.
And hello, Chompy Toyland. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting to the good part. You can watch along with the pinned link. He sure does like to go between accents.
Yeah, well, he was all the different characters, like the hunched over old man and the jester at the beginning was all the same thing. So I guess
Yeah.
they're trying to explain that it was all him
Yeah.
by getting him to jump between voices.
It's too bad he's not very good at the accents.
Well, he's Australian. What can you do?
It probably is.
Yeah, you don't want to know what it's made from. I just realized those bowls, hanging bowls, are actually upside down lampshades.
Oh yeah. It should be really embarrassing it's taken Krace this long to kill Crichton. With his training, it should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, I suppose one guy is a scientist who has NASA training at best, where the other guy is a military commander who's supposed to be a fully trained military officer.
Yeah.
And don't we find out that they're like that with Erin or something later on? Don't we find out that she's actually like a little bit stronger than he is? Like her race is a little
Yeah.
bit stronger than humans.
Yeah, they were engineered to be better. Their
Yeah.
entire purpose in being is to enforce treaties, so can't very well do that if you're a weak, pathetic human.
Yeah. She's about to go full S&M. I mean, just because you can't chop up a puppy doesn't mean you can't defend yourself or like you fight off a bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, killing an innocent little animal, if it's someone you hate, yeah, you can do
Yeah.
real barbaric crap to them.
Huh. This is when I first saw this, I thought, he's like, he's scamming her somehow because this is a bullshit test. Why is he giving her a bullshit test?
Yeah, even if you have found enlightenment, there's nothing stopping you from doing horrific things.
Yeah. There's a saying. This is before enlightenment, gather food, carry water. After enlightenment, um, carry water, gather food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gave up your weapon. That could have kept him at bay.
Not even a wind-up toy.
Space junk.
Yeah, he can't resurrect the dead.
Like, why is he like? There's so little logic in his hatred of Crichton.
Yeah. If they would have made it out to be some sort of honor thing, but they didn't even try to make it about honor. It's all just personal.
Yeah. It makes more sense to me that he would be pissed off at the wizard guy because he keeps showing him the images of his of the dead family and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome, Eastland Bookholder. I love Farscape. Will drop in and out if here as I often as I can. All right, thanks for dropping by, Eastland. Yeah, we have a episode every Sunday at this time. Yeah, keep shooting it until you run out of ammo.
Yeah.
Go find a manhole or some other type of sewage or utility line.
Do they have shuttles?
Yeah, they have something similar. The
Land a shuttle on top of the building.
Listen, John Crichton, when experimental craft entered, killed a brother of someone. Yeah, that's very relevant to this
Yeah.
episode. The sorcerer is trying to pit uh, Crichton and Crace against each other so he can suck off their energy.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Is the parasite that eats out your gut a weak, inferior being?
I would think so.
Yeah, but it's not like there's a dishonor occurred and you have to kill it because it's a dishonor.
I'd think with the parasite, it would die when the host dies, so not a lot of
So it's a
revenge
draw.
to get. Yeah.
Yeah, but the brother doesn't actually have to cut you open and wage war against the virus that the intestinal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. It's sort of hard to track down the line of a parasite, though.
Yeah.
Love the living ship concept. The
Yeah.
hallways are great. Yeah, the hallways on Moy are very unique. They actually look a lot better than what you see on like Star Trek.
I don't know, it's a different style. And then you look at the living ship style of something like Lex, and it always looks like you're inside a vagina.
Yeah. Molex, I think, didn't have much of a budget.
I think everything was supposed to be suggestive anyway.
Yeah. And really, that doesn't require too much of a budget.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to force choke the frog.
Yeah. That's one way to clear the sinuses.
Yeah. Just so you know, lines starting with DNR like do not read. Okay.
I
I'd never seen that in
thought that
chat
was do not
before.
resuscitate. Yeah, I've never seen it in chat before. I
Yeah.
only know it as do not resuscitate.
Yeah, these greedy frog's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it is funny to see him get tortured a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's a bit of a dick, so it's worth it.
Isn't that what you've been trying to do? Better than looks and suggestive and sexy on was I don't know that.
I think they're using voice to text
Yeah.
and not
Oh, okay.
checking it. So that would be Alex Udilex again. He's a military tactician. I'm sorry, this episode annoys me a little bit.
Yeah.
Why is he still attacking him? Every single thing he said is exactly what everything that Crichton has said is everything that what the other dude should have been saying. There's all the military stuff, all the tactical.
Yeah. I mean, he's a captain of a warship. He should know basic tactics.
Yeah, he should know that what everything Crichton said is like, yes, we need to work together to get out because this guy is so powerful that we could be stuck here forever. So we need to find a way of outsmarting him between the two of us. I like the show, love the show, but this is just a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
Although this part, I love this part. This is great. And welcome, shipping. I love that. His last rites. And then tries to take his boots.
The hell you want with those boots are bigger than you.
Yeah. It's just a really great. I don't even care what he's going to do with those boots or why he wants the boots. It's just so fucking cool that he's like trying to rip the boots off him.
Sometimes emotions roll over the facts and the logic.
Yeah, but we're talking about military trained here.
Yeah. No, more than military trained. They basically took him away as a child and raised him pretty much in a Spartan system.
Yeah. No mercy. It's getting ready to rumble. Is he just copying a feel?
Yeah. But it's okay.
And
He
then she,
told her he has to hold her there for the spiritual mumbo jumbo to work.
I knew a guy who actually used to say something like that to women. It's like, I'm not feeling your tits. This is just like a spiritual thing.
Well, if she's into that sort of stuff, it's likely to work.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't seriously thinking about taking it back. He destroyed the thing, telling him to take it back. That's the
Yeah.
opposite of that. Gee, but he's really, really close. Like he's in stabbing distance. He died easily.
Yeah, that was sort of anticlimactic.
It must be shitty. Like he thinks the guy's dead, and then the guy jumps up and grabs. Ultimate jump scare.
Yeah, the only thing you insisted on was picking the corpse clean.
Yeah.
Knew a guy that got the backside of a chef knife against the back of his hand, pulling something like that. He might have tried it with someone not named Eastland, but he stayed 2 feet away.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if the dude's going to be right up in your face like that, and he's going to be zapping you, keep holding the knife.
Yeah. Oh no, her little red friend died.
You see, I thought he was also, like, what's his name? The bad dude, the
Moldus.
Moldus. I thought he was Moldus as well, because she was going around causing suffering and pain and all that, which was what the energy that Moldus was living off. So, like, her going and torturing the small animal was like a little bit of extra energy for him. Her torturing, was it anyone? Basically all the, like, you have to create suffering. You have to create suffering was just to feed Moldus.
Yeah. That would have made more sense. That they may have cut it short to fit it into the 45-ish minutes.
Yeah. Man, they got it was necks of glass.
Yeah.
Hey, brightest day.
Hi, brightest day. Welcome you just in time for the ending. I guess so, Bird. And welcome to the stream, Bird. Oh, you'll get a chance again. Yeah, that's right, Bird.
Yep.
I think Savage was a bit of an overstatement of what she was. I mean, she killed one guy.
No, you mean in her past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She murdered one guy she was sleeping with, and he is a terrorist.
Yeah. Just a minute.
Yeah, that's a pretty good episode. not the best, but still you got a little something different. A little bit of magic, mysticism stuff. Explains a little bit more about Zan, which they hadn't really gone into.
Yeah, they did get you a bit of like a bit more sort of background story, character development, and stuff like that. I mean, there's some of it I'm just like, oh, this does make. It's obviously not written by people who have military backgrounds.
Yeah, definitely not. And I doubt they were in a position to afford any type of military advisors or anything close to that.
Yeah,
It is a pretty budget show, especially at the beginning.
yeah. I mean, look, yeah, you kind of have to let the like illogic of so few things go because there's not much more they could have. Like, how else are they going to work this? They. I mean, I suppose they could have gone into like the full-on honor thing, but then like he just seems to be a somewhat dishonorable man to begin with. So
Yeah.
yeah, and they've got a short period of time, and they've got to bang this out and get the story moving. They don't want to get bogged down.
Yeah. So I think this is the best they could do with all their limitations.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love the series, and it was a great episode, and had a lot of sort of like I like the idea that it's either like they don't say straight out that it's magic. They like it leaves it enough so you could sort of go, is it they're so technologically advanced it appears like magic to us?
Yeah. They don't want to explain the sort of stuff as like Jedi stuff, or is it like hyper evolved Q stuff?
Yeah. And they leave it up to the individual, so you can like see into it what you want to see into it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best thing they can do when your budget limits you on stuff like that.
Mm. And also it lets the viewer. It's like you have to use your imagination a little bit. You have to sort of fill in the gaps a little bit rather than it being sort of passively. You just sit there and absorb it.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets you more involved and hooks you in a little bit
Yeah,
better. Favorite episode involves name tags. I don't think we've gotten to that one yet.
is that the body swapping episode?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Yeah.
And I think that's season two, two or
I
three.
can't remember.
Because when they have both Joel and Chiana, so
I can't wait till we get to Scorpius.
Yeah. He's a bit more interesting of a villain than Grace is.
Yeah, he was much more of a fun villain, a lot more in like more pageantry involved.
Yeah.
Less of just like an animal trying to hunt down and kill its prey, and more flamboyant psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just gets better when it shows up later. And yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the very end of this season, I believe.
And there with this show, and there's a couple of others that have done it, where and I think they did the idea. The idea was touched upon in Star Trek as well, that the wormhole, creating the wormhole and traveling, like across vast distances or interdimensionally or something, is like there's a percentage of it like just having the technology isn't enough.
Yeah, you have
There's got to be like with this one, that that the understanding of how wormholes work is in his mind, is why the technology for wormholes works for him.
Yeah, it's a little more art to it than just basic science.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, an interesting idea. That you can't just have a machine calculate the numbers and put in the variables and whatever. You have to have a human feel their way through it.
Yeah, sort of like an Andromeda, like
Yeah,
when they didn't have the AIs able to navigate through the slipstream.
yeah, only a human can, or a living being.
As
Yeah,
I recall, they got a very interesting solution to that problem in Andromeda.
I remember they solved it, but I can't remember how they solved it.
Brain in a jar.
Ah, yeah, that works. Good old brain in a jar.
Best computing system ever invented.
Well, I think they got those quantum computers and stuff going. It's just that, yeah, they blow up.
Yeah. Calculate anything you want, but ask it to solve any type of philosophical problem or anything that isn't pure logic. Kaboom.
Mm. No, with the quantum computers, it's like yeah, they it's the construction that makes them explode. We don't need to go into too many details of. That's not that interesting, really.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up here again, Krish. It's
That's no
good to
worries.
have
I
you.
enjoy this. I definitely enjoy this series, and doing this watch party.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite series. And next week we have episode 9. That would be DNA Mad Scientist. Okay,
DNA
I know
Mad
that
Scientist.
one. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one for next week. So thanks, Chris, for being up here.
No
I'd like
worries.
to thank Professor Brainy Specs, Eastland Burkholder, Brightest Day, Bird of Prey 5. Might need to scroll up. Chompy Toyland, and Yvette for dropping by in the chat. And I hope to see you all next week when we'll be watching, as I said, DNA Mad Scientist. At same time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, take care, everybody.
Good night.